when they happen, where we came from, where we are, and where we're going. There exists a complete and total reality. And this reality is divided and reduced into a system called worlds. By means of 5 worlds, the complete reality, an unending light, becomes reduced to a brightness by which we can perceive. This first world is called the world of Adam Kadmon. The next world is Atzilut. The next is Beria. Then the world of Yetzirah. Then Asiya. You can think of these as levels of consciousness. Closeness or distance as it descends from this complete reality, from connection and awareness to it, until finally we reach a disconnecting point called Mahsom, or the barrier. These are spiritual worlds, and below this barrier is our world. Here we have absolutely no sensation of the spiritual worlds, of the place that we actually live and where we came from. Here we have limited sensations that are called corporal or physical. This complete light and whole of reality, by which if we knew this and was connected with it, we would be able to direct our destiny. We would stop making mistakes. We would understand the forces that guide us. We would become connected with them to such a degree that we would be able to live life in its fullest and for the benefit of all life. And yet, just as Kabbalah itself has been hidden from us, so has this force, this complete reality, been purposely hidden from us, reduced through these levels by a system of 125 steps into this world. What Kabbalah is meant for is to allow a person to trace their steps from descent into this world back through 125 steps all the way to our root in the spiritual world, our source and connection with the total of reality. But in order for us to be able to achieve that, this benevolent force, which we call the Creator, has purposely created a system for us. In other words, this map of creation is not the end of creation, it's the halfway point. It's a process by which we descended from our roots in the spiritual world to the state that we're in now in order to fulfill the plan of the creation itself, in order to rejoin this total of reality. All of the books of Kabbalah, including our Torah, Mishnah, and Gemara, speak only about the states that are found at these levels, both of the reduction, as our soul fell from this complete connection, and of the states that we find on the ascent back up. And the method of Kabbalah is the means by which a person can begin to sense and enter the spiritual world. Now, in order to do that, a person needs to be taught what they are made of, what it is that prevents them from the entry into this world, and how they can gain a sense of the spiritual again. And this takes a very special material, very directly created for the purpose of allowing a person to enter the spiritual world. So the books of Kabbalah are written in the language of branches, and they're very difficult for us to understand. It's no wonder that we have great difficulty being able to use them on the surface level to learn anything about how we can enter this higher reality. But the great gift of Kabbalah is that in our generation, since 1995, when the wisdom was opened to the world as a whole and to those who really need it, special books have been prepared for us. These books were written, commentaries written by Bala Salam and by Rabash, his son and his disciple, that for the first time were not written for people, Kabbalists already in the spiritual world. They were written for people who wish to enter the spiritual world. They're written in a special language that allows a person to get a foothold on the first rung of the ladder. And it's from these books, in the lessons to come, that we are going to take our sources. We are going to look at what the quality is that keeps us out of the spiritual world, what it is that allows us to enter the spiritual world, and the method revealed in the science of Kabbalah through the works of Bala Salam. The wisdom of Kabbalah teaches a practical method of attaining the upper world and the source of our existence. By realizing our true purpose in life, man attains perfection, tranquility, unbounded enjoyment, and the ability to transcend the limits of time and space while still living in this world. Join us next week as we begin this exciting journey.